So this comes from Roldan. Again, acknowledging that ORAT students, generally speaking, have less than 5 years of being landlords. Would each of you share tips or good practices about the importance of routine or preventative maintenance? Lumberjack, you are the hands-on guy, so why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you have to, this is an asset that you want to have worth more money in 30 years.
Right.
Take care of it like that. It's like, oh, it's not just an apartment. No. You're curating an experience for a client, i.e. landlord tenant. I'm curating an experience. What I want, but the reason that they stay is because I have nice units. The reason that they stay is because I maintain things. The reason that they stay is because I take care of things as they come up. The routine maintenance part of it is, that's why I actually built the course, was because I needed to have a documented way of how I manage my entire portfolio. And all I did was basically record what we do. And so what we do and how we manage our assets is, we understand that we have oil burners that need to be cleaned once a year. We have, gas systems that need to be cleaned every 2 years. But when building out that process and those processes and those systems, that is what naturally ends you up at a good asset 10 years from now, 20 years from now, low tenant turnover, asking for high-end rents. And so what I mean by that is, when you work that process and you have systems in place, it positions you to naturally end up successful. When you don't, and it's fly by night, he who plans to, fails to plan, plans to fail. And it's really that concept, systems and processes in place. When we were 10 units, now we're 137. All we have is more things that we do as part of those processes and systems. And that's how I can manage all of it. That's how, is because I can manage it right from my phone. That's it. Just my phone. And yeah, it's an Android. It's not an Apple. But literally right from my phone, I manage everything. And so it can be, people sending text messages, people sending, maintenance requests, whatever it is, I can run right from my phone. More importantly, I can push that number to someone else that they can take those questions. But that really is the key, is systems and processes in place. That's the only way you're not like, oh man, I can't believe it, we haven't cleaned that system in 3 years. That's how you get more time out of your systems, is by, and the fraction of money that it costs to maintain things. And that is gutters that can ruin, foundations, and heating systems, cleanings, and all of these things. They're just little things that even smoke detectors. You just do things like this, like once a year, where you have somebody there for an hour or two and checking through your entire list, like what we have, our maintenance list. You check through that entire list and it's like, boom, that place is good. It's done. What's the likelihood I'm going to have an event there? I'm doing it on my time because I look through everything. I see 3 things that we need to address. We make a plan to address them in the next week or two. Then it's not something that comes up that I have to handle in an emergency, and then I may not have time to do it right then. Hopefully that helps.